So I think, like, second to Baba Yaga, this is the most well-known thing we're covering. Well, it's pretty much just the Flightwoods monster again, only a moth. So the Mothman was seen in, like the Flightwoods monster, it was seen in Virginia. Was seen in a place called Point Pleasant. Basically, someone was driving home at night and they saw this strange shape on the road sort of hovering around, and it swooped the car. And they described it as having two very large glowing eyes and these two very huge wings and feet but no arms. And
Right.
it sort of swooped and flew over the car in a similar manner to an owl.
Sounds like an owl.
Well, I think you'll find it was a moth. Man. So the popular depiction of Mothman is basically an owl silhouette crossed with a humanoid silhouette. So it's got, like, humanoid legs, but the top half of it is just, like, two big glowing eyes and two wings coming down, and it doesn't have any arms. But since then, it has kind of been revised, and now it's depicted more as just a man who is a moth.
I'm glad it's been revised.
No, I like the original Mothman design. I think it's cute.
That's a little ridiculous.
That's what makes it so endearing.
But how is he gonna drink his coffee?
Do you think he drinks a lot of coffee to stay up at night because he's a moth?
Duh.
Yeah. Would he have to drink coffee through a proboscis?
What?
You know, like he's got like a moth proboscis that
What
sticks
the
out, and he'd like,
fudge is a proboscis?
you know, the like the tube thing that butterflies and moths drink out of. Like thing it like unrolls.
Butterflies also drink coffee?
Well, they could drink coffee. They usually drink like the insides of flowers, but maybe if they were very busy, they would drink coffee.
Well, I guess they have to. They have a lot of flowers to visit.
Yeah. And the Mothman is popular. He's a pretty well known cryptid, and what happened was sometime after Mothman was sighted, there was a bridge collapse in the same town.
Huh.
And I think like almost 100 people were killed in it. So there was a theory that the Mothman had tried to warn people that the bridge was going to collapse.
Oh.
And there's a movie about it called The Mothman Prophecies, which is based on a book of the same name.
Is it with Nicolas Cage?
Sadly, no, it's Richard Gere. I would be, if there was a Nicolas Cage version, I would probably marry it. But it is Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, Mothman's gonna be depicted in Fallout 76.
Yeah, it's one of the sort of North American cryptids that they're shoving in that game.
I feel like they had some sort of something in Fallout 3.
I'm trying to. They had Didn't you remember this because you played it much more than me?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to remember is that they had these two people. I think one dressed as a butterfly and one dressed as something else.
Oh, that's like there's two superheroes that are fighting. Is that it?
I think so. And then you can resolve it peacefully or something.
Yeah.
Were any of them Mothmen?
I don't know. Do you think we can resolve the conflict between butterflies and ants with a diplomatic solution in real life?
There's a conflict between butterflies and ants?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you're talking about Fallout. Richie, my brain isn't on yet. I can't connect the dots. I thought you were talking about real life now. The great butterflies and ants conflict. And I'm wondering, how did he know about this? Where did he get this information?
The problem is that we covered Mothman pretty much in the last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, because we talked about the Flightwoods monster and how the Flightwoods monster and Mothman are basically the same kind of basic thing, except that Mothman became popular because he's an endearing moth thing, whereas the Flightwoods monster is supposed to be an alien, so we kind of resonated less. But then it became popular in Japan. Mothman is kind of popular in Japan. He's in Castlevania, and he's in I think he's in some of the Shin Megami Tensei games. You can see Mothman.
Tell me all the places where we find Mothman in popular culture.
Okay. You're the boss. This podcast was your idea. Giant bomb Mothman. Here we are, Mothman Brecken's character. Persona 5. Seems to all just be Persona, hang on. Persona 5, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth, Shin Megami Tensei 4, Persona 4, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 Portable, Shin Megami Tensei Imagine. Here we are, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin and Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Have the Mothman in them as well.
Now play all of those games and give me a resume.
Well, he's a Mothman, and he sort of hops around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'll look up the Castlevania bestiary for Mothman.
Which Castlevania was it?
He's in Portrait of Ruin, which I remember playing, and he's in one of the other ones.
Is he good or bad?
Well, he's Castlevania, so he just like hops around, and then you kill him.
Oh.
Yeah, the Castlevania Mothman is a lot closer to the Mothman there's like the popular depiction of Mothman. It's just the two giant eyes and then the wings down the side. But the cover of the Mothman Prophecies book, Mothman is a bit sexy looking. He's like a sort of statuesque fantasy hero with giant moth wings.
Oh, I see.
Which I suspect that wasn't actually drawn for the Mothman Prophecies book.
What makes you suspect that?
Well, it just looks like a piece of like 70s Dungeons and Dragons art. Okay, hang on here. Oh, it's in Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin, and in true Castlevania handheld style, they just recycle the exact same sprite. Half man, half moth, it appears to be attracted to the light. Oh yeah, you have to, in Dawn of Sorrow, it's in the dark, and you have to lure it out by using something to create light, and then the Mothman appears. Oh, actually, I just yeah, Dawn of Sorrow had 3 cryptids in it.
Oh yeah?
That were, like, not normal monsters, and you had to do, like, a side quest to find them all. Yeah. So there was Mothman, there was the Skyfish, and I think the Tsuchinoko is the other one. Yeah. Oh, that's Aria of Sorrow, I don't remember.
Richie?
Yeah.
The Mothman Prophecies DVD cover says it's based on true events.
Well, there was a bridge collapse.
No, I think they're talking about the Mothman.
Well, I think the true event is that someone wrote a book about the Mothman.
And Mothman also has statues of him. Or at least one.
There's a statue of Mothman that doesn't look like the sort of, what I consider the canonical appearance of Mothman. This statue of Mothman, it looks kind of like a comic book supervillain. Like just a big ripped guy with moth wings.
Yeah, he has like 6 abs.
Yeah, I think that's part of, I was talking to some people about, like, Mothman as a gay icon, and a few of them were saying, like, yeah, part of that is because the Mothman statue is really ripped, and everyone goes and you can just, like, check him out.
Check out the Mothman.
check out how hot and buff the Mothman is. As we mentioned in the last episode, Mothman has become a gay icon in the last couple of years. So I did some reading into that. But it doesn't really tie into the original Mothman events.
Aww.
Well, that's what we decided last episode, is that the best cryptids are the ones where they just sort of get out of control and everyone starts adding to them. And they
Yeah.
become, like, democratized. So I like that Mothman is, like, our gay friend now.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it goes from, like, there's a strange sighting of a strange creature. And now it's, like, 2018, the Mothman is real and he's our boyfriend. I'm going through all this Mothman art and, like, it's sort of half and half. Like, the ones where they try to make him look scary, I don't really like.
No.
But I do like the ones where he's just this, like, goofy thing that's very clearly an owl. But he just looks confused. It's the same as the flight. I think because they're both owls, they just have these, like, big eyes and they're just, like, staring. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Oh, shit. Everyone's looking at me. I'd better do something.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm looking for the Mothman in Fallout 76 now. Oh, yeah, this is, yeah, this just looks like a man with moth wings. I don't think it's goofy enough.
Oh, no spoilers. Don't send it to me.
I won't.
I will kill you.
I would really like it if, because one of the things in Derasine is that there's a bunch of Bloodborne references, and at the end they say that it's like an unfinished tale. And people, I don't know if that's Miyazaki being passive-aggressive and being like, I didn't get time to finish my game properly. Or if it means, like, it's unfinished, there's going to be another one. Because I would like it if they kept doing what they did with Bloodborne and Demon Souls, where they moved the timeline forward. Because I would like to play, like, a modern or near-future take on the Souls formula in, like, an urban setting with cryptids. I want to see, like, the Miyazaki take on Mothman. I think it'd be great.
Do you think you should make a Mothman game?
I'm surprised. I'm sure there has to be a Mothman game already.
Where he's like
where you
the
play as
protagonist?
Mothman.
Yeah.
There's Mothman in games, but there doesn't seem to be one where you play as Mothman. I could see it working maybe like Flappy Bird. You just like flap around. How about it's like a gay Mothman dating sim, where you have to get Mothman to his dates on time by using light to make him fly toward it.
Richie, your volume died. Oh no.
Oh yeah, you're back now. Am I back
okay.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We've said too much. The Mothman got you.
I'm surprised there isn't like a Dream Daddy style game just for cryptids.
What's Dream Daddy?
It's the dad dating game where you make a dad and date other dads. I'm surprised there isn't like a cryptid version of that yet. Any indie devs listening, you can have that for free.
Yeah.
It feels like it should exist.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it does. I mean, I've never Googled it. Did you?
Hang on, cryptid dating sim.
Richie, it auto-completed.
It auto-completed for me as well. Oh yeah, cryptid dating Mothman is like the second result for me. Oh yeah, it exists. It's called Cryptid Hearts. Okay, good. It's done.
That was fast. I guess they're listening to this podcast live.
Yeah, exactly. What Patreon tier is that?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of Patreon tiers now, Richie. Because remember how we used to joke that I put really, really bad and stupid clips on the $20 tier.
Yeah, because obviously no one's going to donate that much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now there are people there, and so now I can't put. I still put shit, but I can't put shit there anymore. You know. And then we would joke about how, oh my god, all the stuff that no one ever hears, let's put it on the $50 tier so nobody ever hears it. Well, we better be careful because somebody's going to hear it because someone's there now.
Yep.
Patreon is no longer safe.
Oh my god, there's Mothman art of Mothman drinking coffee.
Send me picture. It doesn't take that long to send a picture, Richie. Oh my god! That is so cute. He looks like a professor.
Yeah, this isn't how I pictured Mothman.
Why doesn't he have wings?
I don't know. He looks a bit too sure of himself.
Well, maybe this is like the older Mothman. He found his confidence. Yeah. He's lived life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's a professor.
Yeah. What would Mothman be a professor of?
Well, since he does prophecies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a new thing. It's a prophecies class dedicated to Sinclair, who predicts gaming content.
Well, you have a habit of predicting things like after they happen, but you just don't know about them until then.
Richie, not only after, before too.
Do you think Mothman would win if he fought Moonlight Butterfly?
Well, you know, I won fighting Moonlight Butterfly, so he for sure would win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would he? Because he doesn't have any arms.
Okay, so what would happen is the original Mothman would be fighting the Moonlight Butterfly, and he'd be like losing, and he's like, oh no, I'm going to lose. And then all of a sudden, the statue Mothman shows up, and he's like, I'll save you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then that's how they win.
You know, there's a moth armor set in Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's got like moth wings, so we could do a Mothman run of Dark Souls 2.
Oh my god, there is.
Yeah, you can get it in Majula. So, like, you could start off and immediately get that set and do, like, a Mothman playthrough.
I've never seen it before. I'm looking at it now. It's pretty cool.
It does constant poison damage to everything around you, including NPCs.
Oh no.
So you couldn't wear it through the whole game.
Okay.
Actually, maybe that would be the challenge. You got to make it through the game before you accidentally kill the NPCs with poison. When are you actually going to play Dark Souls 2?
Oh my god, Richie, I have played Dark Souls 2. I almost finished it.
And how far did you get?
Like, I'm really far. Because I got the blah 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 edition.
Yeah. So
I can't tell a DLC from the main game, but apparently I'm in the DLCs from what I've told people.
You got the edition.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I only have a couple of things on the screen that are like blank, those squares with the locations.
Oh, okay. You know that like after a certain point it like expands and there's more locations.
No, there isn't.
Okay.
I'm already there.
Yeah. When are you going to beat Dark Souls 1?
Okay, first let me finish. I'm already in the the DLC are the queens or whatever, and you find their shards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm doing that.
Okay.
And in the main game, I'm in that stupid castle. I just got lost and gave up.
Okay.
So I beat a boss or two there. And then, in Dark Souls 1, well, I can't because 4 kings are being not nice.
Do you want to summon me and I'll fight them for you? Just so we can move on with our lives.
Why would I fight them?
Go on.
No. Give me one good reason to fight the 4 kings. I think they're doing a good job in a flooded city.
Yeah, it's true. Like, they are dealing with quite a lot of problems.
Yeah, they don't need you there beating them up.
They should thank you for unflooding the city.
Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they're just trying to say thank you, and every time they come up to you, you hit them, so they have to defend themselves.
Are you going to beat them and then explain to Karth that the abyss is a gas?
Shut up. Richie?
Yes.
The 4 kings are Mothman.
Are they?
Yeah, they float and they have wings, don't they?
Well, it's hard to say what they have. They have sort of like weird cake things that might be wings.
No, it's wings. Look, it's weird wings. I made an executive decision.
Yeah, okay. They're wings.
Mm-hmm. And look,
They
they
even have
have.
little antenna like a moth.
That's what I was about to say.
Remember in one of the Dynasty Warriors games, they gave Lu Bu really long tassels on his head and he looked like a moth. It's taking a while because it's like a 2 megabyte file. But it'll be worth it.
No, it's better. Richie, why did they do that?
Because they have to release a new Dynasty Warriors game every 6 months, and they're all exactly the same. So there has to be some minor difference in each one, and you're like, that's the one where Lu Bu is a moth.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's on his head. What is the point of it? Does it have a...
It's just stylish.
You know what? I feel like... Okay. If I imagine this is a moth challenge in an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race,
right?
I think this will be good.
The moth challenge.
The moth challenge, yeah. You have to do your best high fashion moth outfit and wear it on the runway. Come on, girl. Put some bass in that walk. That's the theme song from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I found some moth-based clothing.
Okay, show me.
It's a blog of like insect-inspired fashion. Hang on.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you have like many moths in Montreal? What kind of moth? Yeah, we have massive ones.
Yeah, massive ones? Massive Australian moths?
Yeah, they're like the size of a sparrow.
Oh god, what? What?
They're huge. They're gigantic, and they come in through the window. And I don't realize they're in here because they like go under the table and they stay there all day.
What the
and then
fudge?
I turn the light off at night, and they fly out, and they're so massive that they can like knock things over.
Is this one of them?
Yeah.
Holy fudge! No!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus Christ! Why? Why Australia?
No, they like fly around the room just bashing into everything, and because they're so massive, they can knock like books and like things over, and like you can't ignore them because you turn the light off and suddenly they go crazy because there's no light on, and the room is completely dark, so they just fly around randomly. And
I'm glad I'm not in Australia. You have too many creepy things.
They're harmless.
This is almost a friggin' life-sized Mothman. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah, now imagine a ton of them like on the other side of a window.
No!
And like the lights are on, you can see their eyes glowing.
No! Oh my god, no, Richie. You need to move. I will get you the next plane ticket to Canada. That's no way to live.
To move to Canada where all we have is Wendigo.
Yeah, there we go. They're less creepy than that. Okay, Richie, I was Googling Australian moths and I came across this.
Oh yeah, those things.
What the F?
I've never seen one in real life, but I know what they are. It's like a mating thing. Like it releases pheromones.
What? What is this real? I was hoping you were gonna tell me it's photoshopped.
No, it's real.
Why? What is wrong with it?
No, they're all like that.
It has. Could you describe this?
It's a moth, and then okay, you can put a picture in. It's a moth, and
I
then
don't want to traumatize people.
Out of the back of the moth, like the abdomen, instead of just ending, it splits into 4 extremely long kind of tentacle things that have these sort of hairs growing out of them.
Yeah, it looks like there's
It
like
looks-
4 centipedes coming out of the back of a moth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a mating thing. They do it to, like, attract other moths.
How is this attractive?
Well, it depends on if you're a moth or not.
I'm pretty sure it's a thing to scare people away. Oh my god. Now I can't touch my keyboard because it's on my screen.
Hang on, I'll put a pretty moth there. Hang on.
Okay.
Here's the Japanese lunar moth. I think this is what the Moonlight Butterfly is based on.
Faster, Rich, it's coming for me. Okay, much better.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh yeah, so the Moonlight Butterfly is a moth?
I think it's based on a lunar moth, yeah. It says that the monstrous things on the back of the moth are like they're like designed to help it smell things. So it's like easier to find stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're pheromone things. They like release all this. They release pheromones and they can scent pheromones, and it helps them find a mate.
Okay, well, what do you do if one of those is in your house? Do you just like buy a new house?
I just ignore it.
Oh god, this should be in Bloodborne too.
It can't hurt you.
What? How do you know? You've never met one. Maybe that's why you're still alive, Richie.
I found a video of it. It's on a channel called World's Latest News. And the headline is "Weird insect with hairy tentacles is apparently just a moth."
Apparently.
as if this were like an important news story. This thing we discovered the other day.
I like how real Australian creatures are creepier than imaginary creatures.
I'm watching a video of one now.
Okay, send me a video.
But weren't you terrified of it?
I am. I'm getting ready. I'm like far away from the screen.
Okay, here's the video, and
Yeah.
you can see that someone safely recorded this thing, and it was ignoring them.
Okay, let's see. Okay. How big is it? What the fudge?
It's probably not that big.
It's like a quarter of a tile.
Yeah, but you don't know how big the tiles are.
Oh god. What is it doing?
It's probably trying to find a mate.
No, it's preparing to attack. Okay. Well,
Yep, there you go.
we didn't see the end of the video. We didn't see it safely leave the house.
I think it's like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
The end of the video is just... they turn around and suddenly the phone falls to the ground. And you see the moth fly out of frame.
Yeah.
And then it's like... no trace of the YouTube user Bozoland was ever found.
Well, let's see when's the last time they uploaded.
Oh my god.
1 week ago, Richie. 1 week ago.
That was quite a while after the moth, though.
That's what the moth wants you to think.
See, they also have a video called Man Shoots Fridge, which I think is a lot more dangerous than the moth is. This channel seems to mostly be clickbait.
I like how every video has like 10 views, except for the moth's video, which has like over 100k.
Well, that seems to be the only video of that moth on YouTube. Because the other one is just stills.
Yeah, you see only video. And then we haven't seen this YouTuber in a week.
Well, do you want me to subscribe to Bozoland?
See if he ever...
You know what? I will. He can use it. He's only on 617 subscribers. So
Okay.
if we can help him get to 1,000, he'll be able to get a custom URL.
Okay, keep us updated, Richie, if you see him upload again.
Do you think the reason it's all clickbait is because the moth is running the channel? Can't make its own content, so it's just downloading other videos and re-uploading them with clickbait thumbnails.
Well, no, because it could totally make its own videos. It has like 4 tentacles. You can use a mouse and a keyboard with that.
Yes, yeah. Do you want to know, like that's normal? Like what we just, like that moth is not scary at all. Do you know what we did all the time as kids, and this is genuinely terrifying?
What?
We played with these caterpillar things that not only can they sting you, they grow into gigantic wasps.
Huh. Why? Why did you play with them?
Because they were all over the trees at our school. Like, they just clump up and we'd, like, pick them up and, pat them and sort of, like, wave them around and stuff.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Why, no, we don't touch insects, Richie. And then what? Wait, why is this dangerous? Are they poisonous, or?
Yeah, they're poisonous and they grow into wasps.
Huh. Did anyone die?
No, we're all still alive.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
When was the last time your friends uploaded a video?
One of them uploaded a video that was him. It was him holding his phone in one hand while he kicked a soccer ball and tried to film it, like, from a first-person perspective. I wonder if it's still up. Oh, yeah, here it is. Well, uploaded 8 years ago, so... Who knows? Yeah, hang on.
Let's see.
This is right over the road from where I am right now. About 8 years ago.
Oh. Wow, he's pretty good. He's like bouncing the soccer ball from one foot to the other.
Yep.
There's a comment on there. It says, nice.
Yeah. Wonder what other videos he has on. No, that's literally just that one.
It's pretty iconic. He doesn't need any more.
Oh, hang on, no, he's keeping us updated with his favorite videos.
Oh, okay.
It's all ice hockey.
Okay. Is there anything else to say about the Mothman?
I don't think we're really talking about the Mothman anymore, to be honest. It's just become moths in general. Oh, also, I had a terrarium for a while with a weird, like, water creature in it, and then I learned later on that it grows into a flesh-eating beetle.
What the fudge? What?
Yeah, it was like the larva of a thing, and if it was in the water, and then when it matured, it would dig a hole, like dig a burrow in the ground and pupate into, like, this flesh-eating beetle.
Human flesh?
Well, the thing is, it was just, like, in the lake, and I've never been attacked by a flesh-eating beetle around here. So...
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Richie, why is Australia so dangerous?
Well, this is a bit of a change from yesterday when you were complaining that Canada was much colder.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's why we don't have any flesh-eating beetles, because it's so cold here.
Because they can't survive in the cold. It's just Wendigo.
Yeah, exactly. So I think our cold protects us. Or maybe the Wendigos eat them. Maybe that's what they eat.
Oh, you think Wendigo are an important, like, population control thing?
Yeah.
And if we ever got rid of the Wendigo, something worse would start overtaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for Wendigo.
Thank God for Wendigo. Wonder what Mothman videos are on YouTube. BuzzFeed Unsolved is apparently a thing.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, lots of Fallout 76 Mothman, so don't look at it because it'll spoil it for you.
Okay.
Fernando's Cryptids and Monsters news isn't showing up here, which is sad, because I do like that channel. I like Fernando's Cryptids and Monsters news because he basically just reads, like, the cryptid wiki. But the thing is, as he's reading it, he starts editorializing about what's going on. So he'll be like, this happened on a boat, and then there'll be a pause, and he's like, I suppose the boat was probably in the ocean.
Oh.
Like, Mothman swooped the car. Oh, imagine that thing swooping the car. Be like, whoosh.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's a wonderful channel that I recommend to everyone. Another thing is that he doesn't really draw a distinction between a cryptid and just a mythical creature. So he talks about, like, the basilisk as though people actually believed the basilisk was a thing and there were, like, reports of it, as opposed to it's mythical. Let's see, so the basilisk, if it is real, it's very dangerous. Oh, hang on, Mothman saying 2015 real footage evidence on tape.
Okay.
Okay, it's 1 hour and 25 minutes long. I don't think that's all the Mothman. I'm, like, scanning through the timeline.
Huh.
I'm hoping someone in the comments has got, like, the Mothman is at 35 minutes. Actually, the top comment is someone saying there's nothing to fear if we all walk with Jesus. I have a documentary about how the world will end in 1996 that I think we should watch one day. I got it on DVD. Well, spoiler, I got it on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great because it's about how the world will end in 1996. But then when they reissued it, they try to make it seem like it's a fictional story about scientists who think the world will end in 1996, and it's like a thriller. But then you put it in, and it's a documentary about how the magnetic poles of the Earth are going to invert.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's this fucking astonishing part where they talk to these people who are building a fleet of airships.
Right.
They're like a doomsday cult, so that when the magnetic poles invert, they'll go in the airships, and then they'll be able to survive in the airships for like a year, and then land again and repopulate the Earth. And I'm like, okay, but they were actually trying to do that. They had, like, plans, and, like, they show them building them, and I'm like, what the fuck happened here? Like, did they... Like, is there, like, a warehouse full of unused airships somewhere that these people were working on? That's fascinating.
We need to investigate, Richie. We need to find those airships.
And it's hosted by George Kennedy, star of the Airport series, who wanders around the desert in an extremely ill-fitting safari suit. See, this is the thing about, like, Netflix are deleting a whole lot of things from their library because of rights issues.
Aww.
So, like, physical media is important again.
Yeah.
Like, my copy of the Jupiter Menace is valuable. The movie is called The Jupiter Menace. It's about how all the planets are going to align, and when they align, it will cause the magnetic poles of the Earth to invert, which will, like, destroy the surface, so we'll have to escape in a fleet of airships. And so look at all these, like, interviews with doomsday preppers, and, like, there's this weird survivalist cult called Zerabeth Horeb. They talks to a bunch of psychics. If you watch enough of this stuff, certain people start recurring, so he spoke to Sylvia Brown, the Earthquake Lady, who's a woman who claims she can predict earthquakes and is kind of like something from Twin Peaks. I wonder if it's on YouTube. The Jupiter Menace. Oh, and hang on. It doesn't seem to be on YouTube. Okay, good. Yeah, I may have the only intact copy of the Jupiter Menace then. Okay, it has a really, really interesting soundtrack. It's this, like, weird 70s electronica. That's, like, worth listening to. And also, I noticed, like, I'm this level of pathetic that the footage of this, like, scientists working on a computer, that exact footage is used in a music video by an Australian band no one remembers. Because I remember watching the clip and realizing that's from the Jupiter Menace.
Alright, well, I have to go.
Yeah, we've talked about things for an hour.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. As we wrap it up,
Yep.
can you make some moth sounds to help people go to sleep?
That was an Australian moth bashing into everything in the room and knocking it over. That's what it sounds. Because if you say, like, I couldn't sleep at night, there was a moth, it sounds really pathetic until you realize it's a gigantic moth that, as it flies around, is bashing into everything, constantly knocking over, like, glasses, books, things off the mantelpiece.